Hello, welcome. My name is Bryce Tubbs. Today with me is Diane Martinovich. She is the owner and coach at Diane Martinovich Life Coaching and Reiki Therapy. She's a master life coach and Reiki therapist. She's also an opera singer and voice teacher with international and worldwide careers. And she's also the master manager for culture and media at UNESCO. She has an extremely unique story, and I cannot wait to share with you her story. Thank you so much, Diane.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to the introduction? Because I know there's a lot of really cool things that most people would not know just without meeting you before. So can you tell us anything?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to make this conversation with you. And thank you for this pretty cool introduction. So, well, you said basically everything that I work, everything that I do. I can only maybe add to this position that I'm really 100% accomplished woman and the mother of two beautiful children, small children, and also very happy spouse of world-known American bass baritone opera singer Boris Martinovich.
Nice. So, what was life like before you got into coaching? What was the transition into coaching like?
Well, basically, before becoming a life coach, I was actually a very successful opera singer, soprano with international career, and also a voice teacher. And I was also a manager of one cultural foundation called Allegro NB, and entrepreneur. Basically, with my husband and me, we established an opera studio in Palm Desert in California. And I also run my own fashion line called DM Fashion Online Store. So basically my life was interesting, but actually what happened 2 years ago, I became ill. It was some strange, weird kind of allergy. But because of that allergy, I had to stop singing and stop performing. And for me, it was quite a huge shock because, when someone is an artist, a performer or singer, it's not just something that you do for a living. It's actually something who you are. So for me, this new situation of being ill and not being able to perform anymore was a very difficult one. And I got quite depressed and quite lost. I didn't know actually what to do now because all of my life I was performer. I was opera singer. And in the meantime, I met this fantastic couple of coaches and entrepreneurs, Natalie and Joel, with whom I started. First, I started with them my coaching sessions. And then I got interested in becoming a life coach on my own. So I finished my coaching education. I got my master life coaching certification, and I started to run my coaching business.
Yes. So, what are people generally trying to solve when they work with you?
Well, basically, I work with different kinds of people from different branches, we may say like that. So I'm a business and entrepreneur coach. So basically, I work with business people who are starting to run their own business or with already established business people who basically want to increase their revenue. Mm-hmm. But at the other side, I also work with people who just come to me because they want to improve some part of their life. They want to find their purpose. They want to find happiness, joy. They want to deal with some relationship issues with their family members, partners, and stuff like that. Basically, we cover my practice. Life coaching practice covers all field of human personal activities.
Oh, nice. So can you tell us a little bit more about, what was the journey like, doing both opera and voice teaching? Because I don't think there are a lot of people who have actually had that experience. So can you share a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. When I was 13, I started my music education. And the people used to telling me that I'm very talented, that I have beautiful voice. So I was running my music education parallel with my basic education in school. And I finished Music Academy, University of Music and Performing Art in Stuttgart in Germany. I was in class in one of the biggest tenors of our time, Francisco Araiza. And it was very successful for me because I was engaged in opera house in Stuttgart as leading soprano soloist, and parallelly I was doing also teaching, because teaching and education is my big passion too. You know, this is so empowering when you see that you are helping someone, that you make something that is very useful to someone else.
Okay. Cool. And then, what is the vision for your life?
Basically, I tend to live my life an impact on the world. I want to make a difference in this world with the things that I do and with the fact who I am and how I am. So my personal vision is to have a life of meaning for myself, for my children, for my clients, my family, friends, and for others. So I want to be the person that my children look to with pride and say, this is my mom. And it's important to me to live my life in a way that I show and I spread kindness, concern all around me, for my family, for my friends, for my clients, and for all the people that I get in touch with. So basically, maybe to earn respect for myself based on my recognition of my accomplishments and abilities, and with maintaining a sense of appreciation of the beauty of the world and the beauty of nature, because the world is beautiful, and life itself, it's a gift. It's very beautiful. It's just sometimes that we run through a difficult situation, but we mustn't allow that this situation define us, because at the end, there is always beauty in everything that's around us.
Can you talk about maybe what are some, I guess, beautiful things about this quarantine and this situation?
Yeah, I know. Okay. I know what you mean. The quarantine and this epidemic situation, that is something really horrible to the world. But when I say that there's always beauty around us, I didn't mean that each one of us can find something good in this situation. For example, you and me today, we wouldn't be talking if there isn't a quarantine, right? Because I wouldn't be doing my life coaching services online. Exactly, am I right? So what I wanted to say, that you can always find something that is useful, even in those situations who are not that good or beautiful of themselves,
Interesting. That's cool. So you do most of your life coaching in person rather than online?
I was coaching in person, and then I, of course, switched to online coaching maybe 2 months before this quarantine situation.
Interesting. That's cool. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. That's really cool. The reason why I'm saying this, because it's always fun to see how some life coaches only work online and some in person. So that's why that comment was like, oh, interesting. Cool. I didn't know that about you. Yeah. Can you talk about?
Sorry, excuse me.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, because when I started to teach online, to coach online, now I have clients from all over the world. From UK, from the States, of course, from UK, from, I don't know, Europe, Lebanon. And it's very interesting and very cool for me, because then you come in a situation that you meet people all around the world. And I find it awesome,
Do you speak other languages as well?
Yes. As you can see, English is not my native language. My husband is American and we live in the States. I speak German, I speak French, and basically I came, by my origins are in ex-Yugoslavia in Europe. So I speak Croatian and Serbian language. These are my native languages.
Okay, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, that means that's great that you're able to speak those languages so that you can really connect with a lot of people. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you find that a lot of your clients work with you because you are so multicultural?
I never thought about that, actually. It's a good question, though. I don't see any difference between people that come from different parts of the world and from different cultures. We understand each other perfectly. I do my kind of work, and they speak with me privately, openly, and no, I don't think that's the reason. I think the main reason is because my life coaching services tend to have very good feedbacks from my clients. And they kind of recommend it further. They leave the recommendations on our webpage. And I think that's the reason why people like to work with me,
Mm.
not the multiculturality or something like that. Of course, this is my opinion, of course.
Not the main reason, but I remember talking to a coach, and he was saying that one of the main feedbacks you get is that people really connect with them because they feel like they can relate to them. So it's not the main reason, because I know you have like a lot of extensive background stuff, but for example, for me, it would be hard for me to work with someone who speaks Croatian and doesn't speak English. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
know what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's advantage for me because yesterday I had session with one client, and of course she speaks English
Hmm.
because all of our sessions are in English because we are um, based, our physical address is in New York and we live there.
Hmm.
But she told me that she prefers to speak German with me,
Mm. Yeah.
and I said okay. And we held our session on German language, and I see she likes it. And that was also a very nice experience for me too, because normally I speak with my clients by using English language.
Yeah. So, what does success mean to you?
Well, if you are asking me about how would I define success, I would define it by accomplishing all our goals,
Hmm.
not the one that come from our society or family members as a vision how our life should look like. But for me, to be honest, my life is major success because when I think of everything that I've become, and when I look at my children, and when I look at my family, and when I look at the faces of my happy clients
Hmm.
that I coach, that is for me huge success.
Nice. So, do you have any cool new projects that you're working on, like a group program, a course, or a book, or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. A month ago, we have established an online free course, Growth Mindset and Mental Health for Coping with Coronavirus.
Hmm.
And by using my webpage of my life coaching service, all people can enroll for free. And I think Law of Attraction and allowing your success masterclass will be available, I think, next week. So this is something new that we will just established.
What does the Law of Attraction program look like?
That is something for relationship management, personal relationship management, and for personal growth.
So, can you talk a little bit more about that for people who are watching, or?
Yeah, sure. So basically, this course is designed for people who have who pass through some issues in their personal life with their partners or spouse or even family members. What we teach them is how to overcome this negative feedbacks, negative conversation with partners, or how to deal with the situation if they are alone or going through divorce or going through breakups. So basically, we give them tools and we guide them through the process of how to overcome those obstacles regarding their personal life.
Cool. That's interesting, yeah, because a lot of people in my audience like stuff like that. So that's a good thing that we were able to explain that more.
Yeah.
Um, How can people learn more about you and where can they go to connect with you?
There are several ways they can do that. They can visit my web page. Is it okay to say the address? www.lifecoachingdm.org, or via my email address, lifecoachingdm.online@gmail.com, or they could just visit my page on Facebook, just Facebook Diane Martinovich. And I like to communicate with people. So basically, I um, always send messages and like to give advices and to help people as much as I can.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm glad, yeah, because one of the reasons why we do this interview is to be able to share our audiences. So if there's people inside of the people watching this video, it'd be great for them to be able to connect with you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time and you doing this interview with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I was really, really enjoying this.
Excellent. And for those of you watching, if you want more content just like this, with people like Diane who are improving their lives and helping others to do the same, I recommend you go and join our community. It's either on Facebook or LinkedIn, depending on where you're seeing this video. Basically, it's a mastermind of people who are trying to improve their lives, and they're taking the steps and putting in the work every single day to improve themselves and to maintain high standards in their life. So if that is what you are trying to do, I recommend you go click on the link either above or below the video, get plugged into the community, and I cannot wait to see you inside. And thank you so much once again to Diane. I'm Bryce Tubbs. I'll talk to you guys later. We're closing in 3, 2, and 1.